Hey guys, this is Paul with My Reseller Genie, and in this video, I'm going to be talking about how you can use My Reseller Genie to track your consignments. So there's 4 steps which we're going to go through. I'm going to share my screen so that you can see each step. Now, some of the things that we're talking about is based on new functionality. So if maybe you used My Reseller Genie before and you're like, I didn't see that, this is newer. You've always been able to use it, but you've always been able to use it for tracking consignments, but it was just a little bit more involved before than it is now. So the first step is you want to create a vendor for your consigner. So there's multiple ways that you can do this. One way is on the add inventory form, there's this field for vendor, and you can click add new, and that'll open up this form. And let's see, what name do we want? How about Tom Sweeney? And let's see, I'm just gonna skip down to here. There's a button that says consigner. So if we click on that, it'll prompt you to enter a commission percentage. So that's the percentage of your gross profit on that consigner's items that you pay them. So let's say it's a 50-50 split. So we'll put in 50% commission and then add. And now we've created our vendor, who is a consigner, Tom Sweeney. And the next step is to attach this vendor to the inventory item. So let's see, Tom gives us, I don't know, a Babe Ruth baseball card. And I'm not going to bother with all of these other fields. I'll just put in for purchase price, well, 0, because we're not paying for it from the consigner. And I'll add that. All right, so we've got our Babe Ruth baseball card. So we've attached the vendor to the inventory item. So now what? Well, the item sells. So I'll just select it, say we sell, I don't know how much a Babe Ruth baseball card is worth. Let's say it's $1,000. I don't know if that's wishful thinking or if I'm undervaluing it. Not familiar with baseball cards. We're going to ship it for, I don't know, $12. Transaction fees, let's say 50. Sales tax 60. Sold it in Maryland on eBay. All right. So the item's been sold now. It still has our vendor attached. So let's say, we get to the end of the month and we have sold a bunch of items from our friend Tom. I think I called him Tom. So our next step is to run this report, the consignment commission report. Now you'll select your consigner here, Tom Sweeney, and you'll set the date. So it's going to default to the current month, but you can run it for any month. You can run it by quarter. You can put in a custom date range. And when you click Run Report, it will give you a summary up here. So it'll show you the total of sales revenue, any refunds associated with that vendor, expenses tied to those sales or attached to those sales, and then finally a gross profit. So the commission due is taking the percentage that you enter on the vendor for commission percentage and multiplying that percentage by the gross profit. So we said 50%. 50% of 938 is 469. So you can use that to figure out how much you owe your vendors. If you want to send a report to your vendor, there's a couple ways you can do it. One way is you can click on this download button and you'll get a PDF download that shows those summary fields that we have. So sales, refunds, all that good stuff. And then it'll show some limited transaction details below. If you wanted to send them the full detail of the transactions with all the fields that make up those numbers, you can export it here, download as a CSV, and then attach that with the report that you send to your consignor. Okay, so this tells us what we need to pay our consignor. So then the last step is actually recording that payment in Genie once you have paid the consignor. And you would do that by going to the expense detail, and you click add general ledger account. I'm going to add one here for commissions. I'll even say consignment commissions. Say Tom Sweeney, September 2023, $469, and we paid it on September 20th. All right, great. So now we've gone through the whole process for tracking items that you got from a consignor, recording them as a sale, and figuring out how much you owe the consignor at the end of the month, and then recording your payment to that consignor. So I hope this was helpful. We're very excited about the new features we've implemented to make this a possibility. I think it's going to help a lot of folks. So if you have questions, reach out to us. We always want to help, and have a great day.